Hi everyone, I wanted to show you another resource called Screencastomatic. If you go to screencastomatic.com, it's free to sign up. It's easy. You have to download something, but you're able to do that from home. And then once you do that, this is a recording device or recording system that you can create a box on your screen that it only when you start records that area of your screen. And this is really nice because you might want to record your voice while discussing or looking over certain subjects or digitally. So let's take a look at what this looks like. So I'm going to launch the free recorder and open the screen recorder launcher. And once it loads, it'll look like this, where the frame, you can kind of see it. I have it stretched out to the entire screen from the last thing I did, but you can drag the corners to only have a certain part of the screen if you want. Okay, so that means that only what's in this box is going to end up getting recorded. So if I go to my Wonders things, I might want to record my voice talking just about this, and this is going to end up saving as a video that I can upload for kids to watch for instructional purposes. So once I have the box around the area that I want, I can click record, and it's going to count down, and then it's going to start recording whatever I say, and I can pause it whenever I want to. It'll also track my cursor too, so it'll direct the student's eyes. So if I wanted to start talking and say, all right, boys and girls, our story today is going to have the AR sound. The letters AR can make the sounds you hear in the middle of barn, so it makes the R sound. And then you can go through each of these words if you wanted, or you can just give them some instruction. I can pause the video while I move on to something else. Now this is something that I've used Screenomatic for as well. Is I recorded, it takes about 4 minutes or so. I recorded the video of the Wander story reading itself, and then I'm going to share that video onto Seesaw or whatever platform you're using, and that way the kids don't have to go off of whatever platform you're using onto Wonders to get to the story that you want them to maybe focus on or answer questions about. So I can record this. I don't even have to be the one reading it. I can go back to recording again, and this is the same video, and I can have it read itself.
A barn full of hats.
And I can turn the page and just keep reading.
One day, 4 farm animals found a box in the barn.
So it doesn't get
They opened it up. What was inside? Hats, hats, and more hats.
And I can keep doing that throughout the entire story. Now I just paused the video, but I could keep doing that so it records this entire story. So this is a good instructional tool to record the screen and your voice and your mouse cursor, however you want to do it. You might take your sight words and you might take a picture of your sight words and record yourself with your cursor going over each sight word so they can hear what the sight words are. So when you're done, if you want to trash it, you click the trash can and it'll start over. But I have a 30-second video here. I click done, and then you can save it. And it's going to ask you, do you want to save it as a file or do you want to upload it to YouTube? If it's a longer file, you might upload it to YouTube. But I'm going to save it so I can have this on my desktop and I can name it as sample. And whoops. Sample. You can have your cursor be highlighted, or if you don't want the cursor to show, let's say you're recording that read aloud and you don't want the cursor to show, you can say no cursor. So I'm going to leave the highlight cursor there and I'm going to publish it. And the longer the video, obviously the longer it takes to save. This was a shorter one, so it doesn't take that long. And done. And now it'll take you back to the home screen. I saved it to my desktop, so it should be right here on my desktop. So if I wanted to start talking and say, all right, boys and girls, our story today is going to have the AR sound, the letters AR for each of these words if you want.
Full of hats.
I can turn the page and just keep reading.
One day, 4 farm animals found a box in the barn. They opened it up.
So this is a really good tool to record the screen, and if you're going to do an interactive read aloud, you can even have this playing, and you can pause. You can ask questions to get the kids thinking throughout, and then keep going because you could hear my voice in there along with that recording of the reading as well. So this is Screenomatic. It is free. You can play around with it, but I just wanted to show one more tool that you guys have access to. All right, have a great day.